Good morning. It's good morning. Good morning. Oh, okay. Good morning. I just decided to go live because I'm watching a movie on HBO Max called Fake Famous. And I'm like, y'all, I can't. Like, anyway, I just thought, okay, I would bring y'all with me or watch it with me. It's like over here. There we go. You can see my TV. So I'm gonna watch it and just be reacting. And simultaneously, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat, and I'm just take you guys with me and whatever. Okay, so I'm like 30 minutes in, and if you don't know, this is like a documentary on HBO Max, and it's talking about influencers and like influencer culture and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, since I want to be an influencer, why don't I watch this and get some insight? And like, I'm only 30 minutes in. So basically, what the person who's making it is doing is an experiment. He's taking like regular people. He had auditions and everything, and seeing how he can turn them into influencers, right? And so people with like really small followings, like under 2,000, whatever. Anyway, so basically, they chose the people, and they're having them do these photo shoots that are all fake. No, first they bought 7,500 followers each, right? Not they, but like whoever's doing the experiment. He's like, okay, I'm gonna buy you. And they went in about like what all these buying followers is like, or like what the industry is like, or you know what I mean? Like the buying followers and buying likes and buying, which I know you can do that, but I don't really want to do that, you know? And anyway, like it's some algorithm where they take real people's information and make it into these fake people with fake. It's crazy. So anyway, all these people are like doing these photo shoots that are totally faked. Okay, let's just like I can't. Why is it not why is it not playing? Play. What the hell? Is that why? Ooh, do they know I'm on like TV? The last video I did, the last live stream where we were listening to Korean pop, K-pop, they flagged the video for a copyright infringement. I was like, you know what? I hate this. Okay, let me exit out and then try it again. I don't know why it just froze or something. Okay. Um, but I just feel like why what is the point in all this? So I mean, you guys know I want to be an influencer, but I don't want to be an influencer like who fakes their life. Like they're talking about people who lie about going to Bali and like they do all. I'm like, why can't you just actually go to Bali? I don't know. Y'all, I can't. This stuff is. Oh, and also I got HBO Max because I really wanted to see the Tina Turner documentary, and I've already watched it 3 times, and I'm gonna watch it again because hey, Michaela, I just love her story. Like, there we go. Now it's playing. Okay.
They will refuse to take photos because they highly.
So she was saying there's this like girl who does photo shoots for influencers, and she was saying that people refuse to let other people take pictures of them because they highly edit their photos and stuff like that. And I'm like, I know that's true. I know people do that, but I've never felt the need to like edit a photo of mine, like go on Photoshop and like do like tweaks and like I don't do any of that. Like the worst I'll do is a filter. That's the most I'm gonna do. Change the filter. Other than that, none of my pictures are edited. I might edit like when there's some in that I've taken and they're like dark, so I lighten the composition, like that, but not going in and I don't know how to do any of that. I don't really think it's necessary, but yeah.
Edit their own images and they won't be comfortable with whatever we shoot.
All right, should we do some cucumbers?
I wonder if they're going to give me copyright infringement for this.
Perfect.
Online, there were
Lying about going to a spa.
thousands of tutorials explaining how to pretend that you are on an elaborate vacation when you're really just in your bedroom. Or, as this influencer pulled off,
I went on a luxury dream vacation to Bali. Only problem is, I was actually at IKEA.
I can't.
almost everyone
I can't.
does this in one form or another. People fake private gym trainings so that later they can go and get a free training at a private gym. These fake photos quickly become a currency that you can use to get free, real experiences, products, and
Why do you go through all that just for a picture? Like the whole Khloe Kardashian thing. I mean, like they said that social media has brought new. Of course, there's a lot of psychological consequences of social media, and social media is only a couple of years old. Like I think, I would count like a decade, if that. Because Instagram, I don't know. I think I started using Instagram like 2013. So yeah, that's reaching 10 years, and the way people there's a psychological term for it, but I don't know what it is, where you have to see yourself. You can't look at yourself as you are. You have to look at yourself with the filter or with the, I just don't get it. I personally do not understand. Like I said, the Khloe Kardashian thing. I thought she looked fine. She has total body dysmorphia disorder. I know that she already admitted to that, but that whole family needs therapy. Stat.
sponsorships.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so she had a picture of her. Someone took a picture of her in her bikini when she was mid-sentence. Anyway, it was a unauthorized photo, and she went. They scoured the internet to try to get that photo taken down. You can't take things out of the internet, even the Kardashians. So when I was in middle school, Instagram was in its prime. It's still in its prime, but this is when it was really popular. I take pictures of myself pretty often and post them, and I've stopped. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, the picture, I think her picture looked fine to me. I mean, whatever. And really they went through, I don't know, I don't know how effective they were. Hi, Sen. So I'm watching a movie, Fake Famous, on Instagram, not on Instagram, on HBO Max. And we're just talking about this influencer culture and faking all these things, faking trips to luxury vacations and buying followers.
Get it high.
Yeah, get it high.
Try a little higher. You just get it fine.
I don't get what they're doing with this guy. He's throwing
They
wood.
fake all expense paid camping trips so that later they can get a free all expense paid camping trip.
That was it.
They fake hikes in the redwoods so that they can try and get
Yeah,
gear and
I feel that same way about Instagram, where it makes you overthink things and
toilet seat.
captions. I hate captions. I usually just put emojis in there. And that's the only issue that I have, because like I want to be an influencer, but I don't want to be an influencer, if that makes sense. Like what I mean is I would love to just live a life of that I want, of freedom, you know, traveling the world, you know, having a community and being able to just do that for a living. But I don't want to be like thinking about captions and oh my gosh and followers and like. But I know you have to do that. Like that's part of the job. So it's like a catch-22 in my opinion. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Because like for you to get popular on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, all the formulas are the same. Like you have to have search engine optimization or crack the algorithm, whatever. And by doing that is you're using what's in vogue and you're using those words in your captions, in your this and your hashtags. And I'm like, I don't want to be like looking up hashtags. I really, really don't like that type of stuff. I find it to be nauseating. You know, I don't mind posting stuff, but I want to post what I want to post when I want to post it. And I don't want to think about, oh, is this going to get traction? Is this going to have the viewers or the viewership, the number? I feel like you don't have to. You can have somewhat of a private life and not constantly post on social media. That's how I do. I post a little bit, but like I made some really good food yesterday and I was trying to like vlog it, but it was really annoying to try to vlog while cooking. Here, you want to see? You can't really tell that. Ugh. But I made like ahi tuna with some like salsa and wonton chips, and it was so good. And I was like, oh, I'm going to make a little cooking show. But it got, and I told you guys that on my live the other day, and it got annoying. I was like, oh my gosh, how do y'all do this? Like the people who do all of the stuff themselves, like I wouldn't mind having a production team and having a show. But like, oh, it was annoying trying to cook. And because I just want to just cook my stuff. I want to just live. But I also want to capture it. But I don't, but like I only have 2 hands and I don't have a director or a cameraman. Don't worry about what the trends do what you want. The tracks you when you don't. I'm gonna just do my own thing. And it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. And I was like, oh man, I really wanted to capture, but I'm gonna make it again and I'm gonna try to like, I don't know. People say, oh, just get a tripod. I'm like, it's not. Sometimes I get annoyed when people always want to like give you these knee-jerk solutions. I'm like, I know you can just get a flipping tripod. I have a fucking tripod. It's not just the damn tripod. You don't just have a tripod. You have to use the tripod. You have to angle it. You have to put it up. You know what I mean? If you're making a cooking show, no one does a cooking show on their own. Not no one. Some people probably do. But yeah, it seems simple, but it's definitely demanding when you're just the one doing everything. And Insta is bad for yourself. It seems so hard. Exactly. And I'm like, I just want to live my best life. That's it. I just want to be free. And I know for a fact that I've met a lot of like influencers and also like I'm somewhat in the industry. I don't know, maybe I'm more of like I feel like I'm not in any one industry. I'm always like a lurker or like a voyeur. That's what is voyeur only in terms of sex. Like, I love your facials. That was sweet. Okay, but like I'm not a real insider. Okay, for instance, when I was working in banking, I'm not really working in banking. I'm just here for a minute just to observe and see what it's like and then bounce out. You know, I'm not like the people who are actually working there, who worked there full time and had been there for years, and then were thinking about their retirement and their vacation and their sales goals and their promotions and blah, blah, blah. Like, I was like, oh no, I'm just here for a minute. Then I'm going to be on the way out. Same with law. Like, I'm not in the law industry. I'm just doing this degree for a year. Like I'm just coming in to say, oh, this is what it's like. Okay, bye. Seeing what the insiders are actually doing. Same with the influencer stuff. Like, I mean, like in my head, I want to be an influencer, but I don't do anymore. Y'all know how consistent I am. Like y'all know, or inconsistent I am. And like, I'm basically an outsider who tries to pose as an insider for a minute, who goes undercover kind of, So with the influencers, I've seen some who I'm like, y'all are all lying. All y'all lying. Okay, I'm gonna give a good example, and I'm gonna out people. There's just 4 of us here, and that's okay. But there's this girl. Should I out her? Well, let me know. Like, I'll get your opinion. Should I out the person or not? But there's this girl who I don't know personally, but y'all know the whole like level up stuff. And that kind of like that niche, it kind of became big in like 2019. It's not that scandalous. It's not that scandalous. The only outing I'm doing is that she's faking her whole lifestyle. That's it. Like, that's it. So I don't know. Maybe it's scandalous. I won't out her. But like, okay, so I don't know her personally, but like there was a time, like I think in late 2018, where I was recommended a video called like School of Affluence, right? Okay, I'll tell the story and then we'll see if we want to out her or not. Okay. So, School of Affluence, if you've never heard of it, it's like this jet set babe stuff where it's like level up, hypergamy, like basically dating rich men or how to enter into high society. And, I'm trying to be where the money resides. So I was like, okay, click on the video. And this woman claims, her name is Anna Bay. She claims that she's never bought any followers. She's never bought any YouTube stuff or blah, blah, blah. This is not who I'm outing, by the way. I'm not outing this lady, even though like she can be outed. You can look at her. My friend outed her to me. Anyway, so Anna Bay has this whole platform, which she calls an online finishing school, teaching you how to be high class, a classy lady to get a high caliber man. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Please tell me you know this niche. Please, because it became really popular late 2018, 2019. Okay. And so she had a Facebook group. She was like, oh yeah, join my Facebook group called like, at the time it was called like Jet Set Babes, blah, blah, blah. Turns out like she had a blog for a couple of years called Jet Set Babes. And it was all like, blah, 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 blah. Even though they're all low key escorts, like quiet is kept. Quiet is that the phrase? Quiet is as kept. Quiet is kept. Quiet is kept. They're all low key. I ain't judging. And I ain't even mad at it. Okay. So in that Facebook group, there was a girl always posting and a Black girl. And I was like, oh, who's, like when you're on a Facebook group, like you click on people profile and then it shows you their name, where they're from, whatever. Turns out she's from San Francisco and we had one mutual friend. I've definitely heard about it. I follow about Susie her branding page, a Black woman on the post log. Yep. Oh yeah. Okay. So I follow a lot of the hypergamy stuff too. And so when I was on the Facebook group, this girl was posting a lot, like that was like 2019. And I noticed that she had a mutual friend. We had a mutual friend, and it's a friend that I went to high school with that I've known, like really, really one of my good friends out here. And so I was like, how does she know her? And I added her as a friend. We became mutual friends on Facebook. I think we exchanged a few messages. And I asked my friend, how do you know her? Do you know this girl? Who is she? Oh, that's such and such. Oh yeah, she's like totally broke and like on her Facebook, not on Facebook, on her Instagram. She has like maybe like $30,000, $40,000. I mean, she has an impeccable style. I mean, like really nice, high society, like heels. And you live in San Francisco? Why are you wearing heels out here? Well, I'm in Sacramento right now, but I'm talking about like in San Francisco, like wearing heels and like going out and wearing furs and heels and bustiers and having the like the boomerangs where you cheers champagne with like you're in the nice hotels and stuff like that and it just the whole y'all know what I'm talking about. All of that stuff. It's like, oh, I'm here. Oh, and she had a fiance, right? And the fiance was a white guy who lived in like from Scotland or something like that. And it's big ring and the love of my life. Oh, all of this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like the perpetuation of this lifestyle and this love style, right? And I'm looking at her stuff like, oh, maybe she should be someone I should hang out with. You know what I mean? Like get in where I fit in. And I asked my friend, I said, well, how do you know this girl? Who is that? Oh, she's broke. She's broke and struggling and a total mess. And her fiance ghosted her and is demanding for her to give the ring back. And all this stuff, he completely he flew her out to Scotland once. And that's when she took all those pictures. And I'm like, looking at my phone, like, this is a whole fake. I heard that. Fake it till you make it look. Yo, I was not swooned. I was, what's that word? Swindled. I felt swindled. I was like, I'm out here thinking this chick is living it up. That's what these girls are doing on these days. I don't know. I don't feel it either. So to hear that, so my friend who's friends with this girl who was perpetuating this like jet set lifestyle and all this stuff, because I have found out a lot of secrets actually about how these people are doing it. And if y'all want to know, I'm going to keep just chatting, talking and doing all that. But, what was I going to say? She told me that they, like a year or two before that, went to Los Angeles together. And my friend, smart girl, she's at the time just had a boyfriend, but I don't know why people feel like they have to lie. You're gonna eventually get found. Exactly. And they went to Los Angeles, right? Like, mind you, we're in San Francisco. Like, getting to LA is not that deep. It's not. Like, you can take Megabus for like $20 and get to LA if you really that broke, right? So I don't know. They went to LA, homegirl, and she's perpetuating that she's rich and fabulous, or where all her stuff is fake. My cousin told me about this website called like DH Plus, DH Hughes or something like that, where you can get all the fakes looking real fake stuff. And all of her stuff is fake. And I mean, like, I said to them, I was like, girl, listen, I lived in China for 10 years almost. Okay. Like, I know about a fucking fake bag and a fake this and a fake that. Like, I'm not that impressed. If I really wanted to like be flossing out here, I would just go to what was the name of that place? It was Nanjing Shilu. They closed that one down, the fake market. There was another one. Oh my gosh. See, it's sad that I forget the name of these places, but it was like in a subway station. Doesn't matter. All over China. Fake market. Anyway, I don't remember. You can just Google like fake markets in Shanghai, fake markets in Beijing. They have them everywhere. And you can buy everything. Good quality. I even had a Celine bag for a couple of years. Okay. Anyway, so they go to LA together. And I don't know where they're staying. And they go out to lunch. And my friend, it's kind of time to take the bill, homegirls walking around with like Louis Vuitton and stuff like that, which, mind you, I don't really care about designer brands. I don't really understand the appeal about it, like the Hermes stuff and the Birkins. And I'm like, you cannot convince me. I know you want to tell me that Saweetie and Kylie and that one lady who has like her closet is like the size of this whole house, like 1,600 square feet of closet space. For what? Anyway, you cannot convince me that an Hermes Birkin bag is a good investment. It never is, okay? It's not. Like, miss me with the BS. And don't come on here saying, oh yeah, well, if you hold on to it, they're one of a kind, and then you say, I'm like, it's a purse. I will never spend $50,000 on a purse. I don't care if it'll make me 100,000. I don't know. So they go to lunch, dinner, whatever. Check comes. You know, like when you're with your friends, you got to do splitsies, you know. The girl was like, I don't have any money. Well, actually, this guy that I'm dating, he's supposed to be like, and I think then there wasn't like Cash App-y type, you know what I mean? Like Cash App wasn't really a thing, or Venmo wasn't really a thing. This is probably like 2016, 17. And she was like, he's supposed to be putting some money in my account. So let me text him and see. And my friend is like, I know you ain't got no money, girl. What? Oh, and you know, like, and it wasn't even an excuse. Like, it's not even expensive. Like, it's $30. Like, you ain't got $30. Oh, I only have like $4 in my account. She's like, how you come out here to LA? You only got $4. What? Oh, I thought he was gonna give me my money, and oh my God. And not only that, but my friend told me when they stayed wherever they stayed together that she took 4 hours to get ready. And my friend was livid. Like, I would be too. I would be pissed. I just don't feel comfortable going out without my, like, I'm talking straight drag style makeup. Like, you know, when they you know, like sculpting a new face and shadows. And my makeup for me, like, if it takes 10 minutes, I'm over it. I'm like, this is too much. I want to just put on lipstick, dab a little bit of foundation maybe. And then I hate eyeshadow. Like, I really hate it. Like, I've tried to do eyeshadow. I think last time when I got ready on my date, that's insane. I would never bring my ass somewhere knowing I wouldn't even be able to. How you only got $4? Like, how are you? Like, okay, I understand faking a lifestyle, but to the extent that you only have, like, if I was to be like buying fake bags and I could still pay for a $30 dinner. Like, even if I wasn't like making 6 figures or 8 figures or whatever, you know, I could still at least afford the bare minimum, you know? Like, if we went to Cheesecake Factory, I could spot that, you know, I could do that for sure. You're telling me you're perpetuating this whole $1 million fiance lifestyle, and you can't even pay for us at Applebee's, or not pay for us, pay for yourself at Applebee's? Y'all, what? Now that's too extreme for me. That's too extreme. Because even someone who has a minimum wage job should be able to, like, at least when you bring yourself on vacation. I know fashion influencers buy clothes and try them on hauls, but then return the items to get their money. So how is she broke? I don't know. Something in the milk ain't clean. 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 I don't know. But she was broke. Apparently broke. I don't know. I would have been like, and I don't mind, like, you know, I love treating my friends, you know, like, I want to have it. So if you come to eat with me, sis, we eating good in the neighborhood, okay? And it's on me. Like, that's how I want it, you know, girl. Let's get the oysters, let's get the champagne, let's get the you know, I want to be like that. Whatever I want. Oh, you see the foie gras? Yeah, look at the foie gras. Let's get the freaking, you know, let's get the oysters, ma'am. Yes, what's something else that's like expensive? Truffles. Sis, order your truffle omelet, sis. Yes, I got it. You know? Okay, but caviar. And that would be fine. But like, I am not going to do that when you are here making it seem like I would like basically slighting me like that. Like what? And I mean that, and my friend doesn't have money like that, but she at least had a regular job and a regular income. And then and she had to pay for it. She said she had to pay for everything after that. Like, so you squatting, you bumming and squatting, and you on Instagram, like you in private planes and yacht clubs and stuff like that, sis, and you squatting. Oh no, you got to go home, girl. No. And then you take 4 hours to get ready. 4 hours. So no. For me, like when we're somewhere, I remember when I went to Miami and I met this girl. This is when I went to Cuba in October 2019. So I went to Miami through whatever. And in the airport, like right outside, like where the parking lot was, I see a black girl who's really pretty, and we wave at each other, hi, and we go up to each other. She's like, oh, hey, like, what you doing here? I'm here for the weekend. She's like, me too. And I was like, oh, where are you staying? What are you doing? And I'm like, so we exchanged numbers, and then I stayed in a hostel, and she stayed in like a 5-star hotel on South Beach, and I was like inland, inland in the hostel. And so in the morning I would get dressed quickly. I was text her. She's like, hey girl, you up? She's like, yeah girl, come to the hotel, get you some breakfast, let's go poolside. And I would be just staying in my, like, literally in a bunk beds. It was bunk beds. It was like me and 3 other people. Like that's how I was doing it in Miami. And but I don't mind that, because I mean, I'm not trying to like flaunt or fake. And so like 9 a.m. or whatever time I woke up, I would throw on my lipstick, my cute outfit, get in an Uber, go to her hotel. We'd hang out by the pool, and I wasn't over here trying to be like, look where I'm staying, and we're in the I just lived my life. I took a picture here and there, and we had a good old time, but I wasn't like putting it on the gram to make it seem like I stayed at, I don't remember the name of the hotel. I don't remember it, but it was like a really cute boutique hotel in Miami. And I just, why would I have to pretend that I'm staying at this hotel to be worthy of, I don't know, whatever that is, people, that unattainable, intangible thing that people want. Either that she spends her money unwisely, or the guy has something to do with it. Maybe she's in a contract and money is. Don't drag her. I don't know. I don't know her story, but now she works at like Saks Fifth Avenue, and I guess now she has actual money. Like maybe she was like on hard times then. And I just it's like, how like they say on Friday, he goes, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Like, why do you need to lie? I think my story was way more interesting. Like, oh yeah, I spent like $3. Well, it was like $3. I don't know how much I spent. I could check how much I spent on the hostel in Miami. And then oh man, what's this about? Okay, well, we're talking about, I'm watching this documentary, which I paused like 20 minutes ago, called Fake Famous on, what is it? HBO Max. And it has caused me to talk about all these people who are faking their lives, right? Like I've heard, like, how there's Airbnb, that people go on Airbnb and they book an Airbnb of these like luxury looking places, but there's not just Airbnb. There's this supposedly, like, how they have like Uber Plus, Uber Black, whatever. They have Airbnb Plus, Airbnb Luxury, and they what's it called? They book it. They don't own it. They don't have it. None of that. It's like Lil Tay. Y'all remember Lil Tay? Tell me who remembers Lil Tay. I'll wait. because if y'all don't remember Lil Tay, I'm gonna find a video of Lil Tay. Okay, Lil Tay. She was like this little Asian girl, like 9-10 years old, maybe a little bit older. She was really young. She was like 10, 11. And she was like calling herself the youngest flexer alive, and she went viral because she would just be in front of all these cars and have these little wads of money, like y'all don't even know I got Chanel bags. Look, I'm only 10 and I got 17 Ferraris. What y'all doing? Y'all can't touch me. I'm Lil Tay. Turns out she was being coerced into posing for these videos with her with money and whatever by her older brother, who was like a late teen. And they were doing it at her mother's job. Her mother was like a real estate agent or a luxury real estate agent, something like that, like a high-end real estate agent. And she would just be in front of people's houses, in front of people's cars, and all the cars she was in was her mom's boss's cars. And anyway, it like prompted the mom to get fired and all this stuff like that, and all this stuff. And I'm like, that's dumb. That was dumb. That's kind of what these people do. So you can go on Airbnb, the luxury one, and then you book one for the day, and then you just do, oh my God, like, look, I just got this new apartment. It's like, it reminds me of like, remember when Dave Chappelle did the parody of, because remember when, like, okay, when the Chappelle Show came out, it was like the early 2000s, right? So it was like basically a different world, right? There was no social media. So the big thing at the time, how people flossed or flexed, whatever, was MTV Cribs. It was also, I remember I used to watch that show all the time. It was the one that was on VH1, and it was something like the fabulous life of someone, and it had a celebrity, and be like, oh, her birthday party that was featured with like Moroccan freaking swans cost $400,000, and she had centerpieces that were made of crystals from Antarctica. I don't know. Y'all know I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know, whatever. And oh, that cost this much. And she has a diamond encrusted toothbrush and stuff like that. Oh, and it costs so much. And so anyway, these were the things that people had then to give you access to this lifestyle. You know what I mean? You didn't have people faking this stuff on social media. You just had those shows that they used to show. And Dave Chappelle, when he did his parody, it was so funny to me because he was like, he's like this. You see that? That's fucking polar bear. Hulk Hogan wrestled it for me when he was in Tanzania. I don't know why I said Tanzania. Tanzania ain't got no polar bears, but whatever. It was like that. And he was like, oh, you see my lamp over there? That's bald eagle. Like, that's made out of bald eagle. I was like, oh my gosh, I hate him. But I kind of want to do like parodies of these people because it's just, they showed one girl on this who said she was like, she did a parody. She said, I'm going to make it look like I'm on a luxury vacation in Bali, but I'm actually not on a luxury vacation. I'm in IKEA. It's like, oh my gosh. So, okay, let's play. Let's see
It's a
more.
$12 toilet seat.
We work with a lot of celebrities, and
They put the toilet seat in front of a painting of the sky. I made it look like she was on a plane. I can't.
everything they post isn't necessarily like genuine and of that day. It's very curated, and
Oh, another thing is people be posting old stuff like it's new.
contrived in a lot of ways.
Look like you're relaxed.
This way. So it's not necessarily only influencers doing it. I think it's like the platform has created basically this one formula for how to use it.
Turbulence.
damaging part to this whole.
I don't know. What was I gonna say? Oh, wasn't I gonna expose a little bit more of the Jet Set Babe stuff? I feel like I was gonna do that. I was like, ugh. Y'all, this Invisalign, it's good, but I don't think I would get it if I could go back, because it just collects a lot of spit, a lot of saliva, and then you can't talk, or you can, but then you have a lip like this, and yeah. Anyway, I can't imagine, like, I feel like we talked about this last time. I remember, like, I was talking to someone and he was like, "Oh, I only fly first class, honey." And I was like, "Oh, because you're fucking dumb. That's why." Oh, you was gonna, okay. Okay, let me see. Where's my phone? Let me see if I can find her Instagram. Her name is she's Alexandra _. Oh, can y'all see that? She's Alexandra. Like, let's see. I don't follow her, but see, she's like this type of stuff. Mornings with him. He. Well, that's not even her. I wonder if she's dating, because I know she said she had her heart broken by the guy. Poor thing. The guy who ghosts their fiance. Why even propose? And she has a lot of followers. Let's see, Simone. Yeah, I hope things got like better for her, because that just doesn't sound fun, you know. And also, what I find to be really interesting about like okay, for instance, these you know, like, that's all good, but it has a filter, of course. You can tell by the eyes. And then she never talks on her Instagram, but she writes all these captions and stuff like that. I'm like you. Okay, what I'm saying is her videos are always, you know, I just did it. But she never talks on her Insta. Like, what do you sound like, sis? I don't have a clue. I'm like, I find it kind of weird. Is that just me? Is that not weird? Like, I need a cosigner here, because I find it to be kind of weird. Yeah, it's not personal at all, but she has all these captions of like weird, like I mean, I read into things a lot, and I kind of always see a little bit like the bigger picture, like zoom out a little bit. And her captions are weird. Okay, let's see. Let me see this. I know my account can be triggering for some. Just as sure as it is to uplift you, some things I say can and will trigger you. My account is not meant to make anyone feel less than, or to instill a false sense of pride that I'm better than others. I'm simply here to make us all rethink our perception on life and our viewpoints on where we place our value. Here I talk about depression, anxiety, relationships, sex, self-love, self-harm, ego, materialism. Triggers can be hurtful, but they can also be helpful in helping us blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it's, you know, I don't know, maybe I should start doing that. I should start just like going to because, you know, when I go to a restaurant, I just go to the damn restaurant. I might take a picture of the stuff, but That's the only thing. How am I going to be an influencer when I'm too lazy to be like, oh shit, I already ate the food. I didn't take a picture of it. I already ate it. You know, when I'm at a restaurant, and maybe she has people take her picture. Do you do that? Like, do I say to the waiter, like, waiter, take a video, just press play, and I just. What do I do? Y'all tell me how, because I'm watching, basically the reason why I wanted to watch this movie was because I'm like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Clearly, everyone's out here faking this whole lifestyle, making money, because that's all I care about when money resides. I don't really care about like the likes and the this and the that, whatever. But everyone's doing it. Maybe because I'm trying to reinvent myself. Y'all, I'm about to graduate and I got no money and I got no job. So I'm like, well, something's got to give. Okay, like you go sit down at a restaurant and then you just order a water, but say, oh, can I have the water in a champagne flute? Like, can I have the water in a champagne flute, please? Sparkling, make it sparkling so it has a little sizzles, And then because you don't have any money really. And then you order like the cheapest thing on me. You're like, can I get some peanuts? Just give me a peanut. And you're just sitting there just to get the location, Or you can do like how I used to do when I was in China. When I was in China, like, but the dynamics are very different. Like when I used to go to clubs, I would be broke, right? And I didn't want to spend any money, but I wanted to drink. And I would just like find people's tables and just like start partying and start dancing with them and stuff like that. And then they would be like, oh, you want a drink here, girl? And I'm like, yes. But how do you do that in America at a restaurant? How do you do that? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. You're going to be fine, especially after you graduate. Happy. Yeah. I just, I just want to I have so many ideas in my head that I feel like I need to just do them, because I'm going to tell you guys some of my ideas. Why not? But it's just a production. Like I had so many TikTok ideas. Okay. Like I want to do, recreating iconic looks. You know what I'm saying? And one look that I was thinking about, just bring people with you. People hype you up and make you feel like a baddie. Like, who? I don't know anybody. Well, my plan is to kind of somewhat. So clearly, I'm taking a page out of Alexandra's book. I'm gonna be a professional squatter because I'm about to go. My cousin lives in Vegas. I'm about to be going Vegas worldwide. I'm squatting at my daddy's house, and I'll be squatting at my mom's house in San Francisco. I'm just gonna be squatting and not paying rent and jet setting and perpetuate. And I'm gonna just be like, you're gonna see me on the plane, like, oh no, what you do is before the plane, no. Right? Oh no, because that's what they do. Oh, they make the first class people go on first. Because I was like, imagine if the lower people, not lower class people, economy coach dwellers, if they were able to go on the plane first, I would just sit in the first class section real quick and just be like, and just be like, oh my bad, security, don't call security. Okay, I'm going like that. And then it's like you got your picture, you're fine, you're good. And you go on Instagram now and be like, oh my gosh, flying first class can be so daunting sometimes. Like, ew, all the peasants behind me. I remember I flew first class. No, it wasn't even first class. It was business class on some random Chinese airline that my company paid for me to go from Shanghai to Yunnan. And I was over here like, oh my gosh. Wait, what did she say on Titanic? She was like, are the lifeboats seated according to class? Like, okay, I ain't trying to die with the peasants. Look at these peasants back there. All they gave us was a freaking eye mask and some peanuts. Don't say it reminds you of Bow Wow. I think I have to leave the live now. She mentioned Bow Wow. Bow Wow really makes me cry. Like, I feel so bad with him. Bad for him. He reminds me of the baby from what is that called? Something about the meatballs, cloudy chance with the cloudy chance of meatballs, where basically the guy has a machine and then it's raining food. The cloudy chance, and anyway, in the movie, the cartoon, like the cloudy chance of meatballs, something like that. There's like a washed up old has-been baby actor. He just won't let it go. It's so funny. It reminds me of Bow Wow. Like Bow Wow. See, y'all was crushing on little Bow Wow when we were little. I was not. I was not having it for that little boy. I don't know. I was not here for him. I was not checking for him ever in my life. Okay, I remember he had y'all going crazy with his as fresh as I'm is. Oh my God. That's sad though. Like not the plateau. What is the word? The plummet for Bow Wow must have been rough. You know, it must have been like sudden, but also gradual. Does that make sense? Where it's like, imagine, and I've always thought about this of like things that you do every day. Like, for instance, I remember at one point I used to watch the movie When Harry Met Sally every day. I used to watch it every flipping day. I mean, I memorized that whole movie from top to bottom. I could recite it like the back of my hand. I used to watch it every single day. And one day I stopped watching it. And then I never watched it again. Like what day is that where something you did every day and you just don't do it anymore? Like that's how it was with Bow Wow. Like he was so famous and so this, and then one day he's just not famous anymore. He's just not relevant anymore. He's just not popping anymore. Like one day that just, like what day was that, Bow Wow? He probably remember that day too. I don't remember the day I stopped watching When Harry Met Sally, but like, yeah. Oh, and Soulja Boy. Yeah, Soulja Boy. What? I like Soulja Boy. It's like Drake. Look, okay, how do you keep your mint fresh? How do you keep it fresh? I mean, like, I thought if you put the herbs in water, they'd be fresh overnight. Like they'd stay fresh, but whatever. Anyway, okay, let's play some more movie to see what's going
cultural
on.
world is most of the time it's not real. You can fake instances where it looks like you live in a mansion.
Oh wait, who did he break up with again? Was it Sierra? I think that's when he went downhill. Yeah, he was with Sierra. Do y'all remember? See, this is why, you know what? When you said that I'm going to be just fine after graduation, like, remember way back when, in the early 2000s, when Sierra had first come out, and there was this whole like rumor of her being a hermaphrodite or something. Do y'all remember that? Yes, that was the word on the street. That was the talk of the town, and people like really shamed her or humiliated her. I don't know, and I don't know if Bow Wow was involved in that. I'm not gonna allege that he was, because I do think that they were separate, but I wouldn't be surprised if you remember if he says something or something, and then people took that and ran. I remember that so much. I was like, "Oh, people are so mean." And they had this happened. This was a big story. It was not just like it was like, oh, Sierra is a man, or Sierra is yes. And now to see her like 15 years later, like I wonder if she ever did like a documentary or like a interview. I wonder if someone will ever ask her about this. Like, girl, do you remember that time? Not that time, that period, that era where everyone was calling you that. Like, what's up? Like, what's the tea? And I mean, like, I don't really care about people's genitalia. So, like, but I really feel like it was something mean. It was just really hateful. Like, it was just like, oh, this world is so janky. And yeah, that was, that's why they didn't call it. You know, I never put two and two together. And And then Beyonce's trifling ass went and made the same song. Like, Beyonce, I'm not calling you trifling, but I thought that was a little bit trifling. Beyonce, in my opinion, has done some trifling things, okay? And we're going to talk about it. You know, one thing that I think was trifling that she did, which, you know, I don't blame her for the whole Destiny's Child breakups. Like, I don't think that was her fault at all. But what she did do that I thought was trifling was what she did to Etta James. We will not forget. I will not forget. No one ever talked about this and how it was just swept under the rug. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna give y'all some time. I'm gonna give you guys some time. What am I talking about? What did she do to Etta James? What'd she do? What y'all think Beyonce did? I'm giving y'all some time. Giving y'all some time. Giving y'all some time. Come on, come on, come on. Drum roll. If someone says I don't know, then I'm gonna like reveal, and y'all tell me if y'all think this was messed up, because boom, boom, at the inauguration. No, it wasn't the inauguration. It was the night he won. It was the night Barack Obama had won the presidency, and she was simultaneously doing that movie Cadillac Records, and she was playing Etta James. But Etta James herself, which you have, this is why I'm an intellectual property lawyer, you have a right to your likeness. But for some reason, none of that applied to Etta James. Like, her likeness was completely bought and sold and whatever. And she was like, I don't even want this out. And but they probably just went to her and said, okay, Etta, we're gonna pay you a little bit of money. Not enough, probably. And you know, you po and you owed. So here's a check. We're gonna make this movie with this superstar, like it or not, it's gonna get made. And then when Barack Obama won the presidency, and it was like the dinner of the night that he won, they did a dance, right? Him and Michelle, and Beyonce's on TV singing At Last. And Etta James was like, just singing my song that I have been singing for the last 50 flipping years for the first Black president, this 25-year-old. I am in my, you know, like, I felt like, why wouldn't they have them do a duet or something? Or pay real homage to Etta James, and really, like, you know what I'm saying? She's over here on TV, watching it on TV, like, they did her dirty. I really feel like that. And then she died a couple months later. I feel like she died like that same year. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up. Yep, she did that. And no one ever talked about it. Like, I don't know what deals went into oh no, she died in 2012. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Like we don't know the behind the scenes of the deal making and stuff like that, but I really feel like they slighted her, because imagine you being like in your like 50s, like a singer from that era. Like, she's from like this early 60s, late 50s type of era, where it's, you know, and she grew up in like Jim Crow South and all this stuff like that. And, you know, you have this legacy, and, you know, so you've directly been affected by United States racism, US racism. And then, like, you've been singing the song, and the song is groundbreaking, and, you know, it's played at every wedding, you sing it all the time. And finally, for this monumental, historic moment, someone else who has not to throw shade at Beyonce in her life, but who this privileged Black girl, or not Black girl, but privileged light-skinned lady who grew up with all the whatever, and she's, you know, I don't think she did single ladies at the time, but I just really felt like they did her dirty. They did her absolutely dirty. And I'm like, I don't think Beyonce deserved to sing that song for that moment, period. And the Beehive can come for me. Beehive, whoever else, because Beyonce didn't. She did not. She, like, Beyonce, I would feel sad if somebody else was singing my song for the president, especially if she was still alive. She was alive and well. I don't know if she was still singing or anything like that, but she was pissed about it. She was like, I don't, my she, faking. I don't know if she was even approached to sing it. I just really think that I don't know. I do really love Beyonce. I'm not, don't get me wrong, but like I just think that she should definitely have paid homage to Etta James, and they could have done a duet. They could have done something way less shifty, because I was shifty. I'm looking at my old Facebook stuff, like my Facebook memories. Like, look at this lady. Look at this lady.
Welcome to the Hello Kitty Mustang.
The Hello Kitty Mustang. I know you flying. Yes, ma'am. See, oh my God. Look how, hold on. Look how high it
I've
is.
always had a passion for, most time when people see me in this vehicle, they scream.
I need to have that. I need to have like the, oh. You ain't supposed to be singing somebody else's song, but like, you know, the thing is, like with a lot of these, like a lot of old Black entertainers, none of them owned any of the stuff. None of them owned any of it, you know, like, you know, like the masters and the copyright and the blah, blah, blah. And none of them owned any of that stuff. It always belonged to the record companies, and the record company, you know, they can do what they want with it. As long as they get their little royalty, they check from Beyonce and Matthew Knowles, then she gets, then we're like, well, we trying to be where the money resides. We ain't thinking about no Etta James. We ain't thinking about her. You know, we paid her part. We ain't got no obligation to her. It's messed up. It's messed up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Beyonce. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. How do you, okay, wait, let me see. How do we get on the subject? I'm like, why do we start talking about this? Oh, so like I'm looking at my Facebook memories, and I posted this 2 years ago, the girl with the Hello Kitty car. I want to have a Kiaradise car, and it has to be a 1957 Chevy Bel Air. And I mean, it's going to be gaudy. It has to have my like flamingos all over it and palm trees. And it has to be convertible. I mean, like, what's the point of having a cool car if it ain't a convertible? You know, I never had a car. But like, yeah, I need to do my whole like Grace Kelly thing, you know. When you're, or speaking of Grace Kelly, oh my gosh, y'all, I was like gonna come on live, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I was gonna watch the movie with you, but you know how it is. Like, our lives are always lit. So the other night, I was watching, and okay, I'm in this one Facebook group that like I do a regular post of like, and I call it Black movies I've seen, but I haven't seen as an adult, but I'm watching as an adult. That's the name of the series, right? And I've done that for like a lot of movies, and I just write like a lot of different thoughts on the movie. So I was watching on Amazon Prime, because, you know, I was perusing through Amazon Prime, and I'm like, oh, they have Waiting to Exhale. And the reason why I thought about Waiting to Exhale is because I said the whole Grace Kelly thing about the car, and the car in the beginning of the movie, she's driving in a car with the whole Grace Kelly scarf thing. So anyway, and I was like, oh yeah, I watched Waiting to Exhale. Oh my gosh. I have a lot to say about Waiting to Exhale. And I still think it's a fantastic movie. It gets kind of boring towards the end. Like, I feel like it's like a movie I've seen a million times, but I don't ever remember how it ends. Like, I'm like I get up to a certain part, and like I know that from that part, from the beginning up until that part, like the back of my hand, but the rest I'm like, well then what happens? Then what happened? I don't remember. Like, have any of y'all seen Waiting to Exhale? Iconic movie with Angela Bassett, of course, Whitney Houston, Leela Rashawn, and Loretta Devine. Let's talk about Lela Rochon and her character. Oh, ma'am. So she's playing Robin, and I'm trying to understand how old Robin is in this show, in this movie. I'm gonna guess she was in her early 30s in the movie. And she works as an insurance at an insurance company. I don't know, marketing team, whatever. And so all that guy had to do. Do y'all see that you know the scene I'm talking about, where she's with the man, the short dude, the one who plays the pastor in Fighting Temptations. I don't know his name in real life. I don't know his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. And he's with his like boxers and his like silk boxers, not mind you, and then with his like, yeah, it's totally a classic. So and he's over there like, and I was saying like, women have it so fucking hard, especially Black women, especially beautiful, successful, fabulous Black women. I'm like, this should not be this. Oh, I was watching the whole scene like cringing in my boots. I was like, when I watched it as a younger human, I didn't relate. I couldn't understand. But watching it as an adult, I'm like, and when I say what's not right is like, why a woman like Robin, Lela Rochon, or not Lela Rochon, Robin in the movie should have option on option on option on option. Like men should just be flowing in her life like rainwater. It should be limitless, boundless options. Oh, you messed up next. Pickings are so slim that she ends up boinking her whoever this guy, and I was like, so he's short. Some people like short men. I like Gao Fu Shui,他不帅，他可能有钱. Like maybe he has money. Maybe he has money. He tells her he has a house in Scotland. All he had to do, because she was like putting herself on a silver freaking plate for him. She was like, I want the bare minimum. Like, I basically just want a man who treats me well and treats me well. So she gives this stubby man a chance, and he can't even, oh my gosh, I'm like, how is it that some guys can be that terrible lovers? Like, no attempt to even like make it decent. Like, this is enjoyable for you? It can't be. You don't even know, like, and that's why so many like women are with these men who treat them like trash, because they have their primal needs met by these men. I personally, if you don't treat me well, I don't want to be with you. I want to have both. Like, it has to have both, or I want all or nothing. But Robin, I really felt for her in that. And then, okay. Lela Rochon. Do y'all remember this? This was like a year ago, how it was found out that, or exposed that her husband was cheating her in real life. This is real life. Her husband was cheating on her with whomever. I think it was like Eddie Murphy's ex-wife. I don't know who she is. Nicole Murphy. She's apparently just like a homewrecker. Like, I don't know, whatever. I don't really care for that stuff, because I think the man is a homewrecker. Like, but yeah, I personally don't like to even be bothered with married individuals, but I don't know. But she knew she was married, like a family friend, like whatever. So instead of just being like, oh yeah, that man's trash, they'd be like, well, look how much weight she's gained. Like, look how she looked in the 90s and look at her today. I would cheat on her too. I hate people. I hate humans. Humans. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, she doesn't look like that anymore. She let herself go. Like, trash. I'm trying to look up recipes. So mushroom. Yeah. Oh, speaking of wait and waiting to exhale. Loretta Devine. I watched her. I watched this movie. She didn't seem that big to me. Have our perceptions of size changed? But like, she really was not that big. Like, go look at it. She's not like a fat girl. She's not fat. But she's the fat girl. I'm like, dang. So beauty standards were really, really like stick thin. Because I'm like, if Loretta Devine in Waiting to Exhale is considered plus size, then we have no hope. There's no hope. There's none. Look, just watch Waiting to Exhale, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because she was really not that big, and she was playing the big girl. And who else? Who else was in the movie? Whitney Houston, Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett makes me think of Tina Turner because I watched the Tina Turner documentary and I watched it twice, 2 or 3 times already. And I love Tina Turner's story. I mean, her story just fuels me because, and she said it in the documentary. She said it in the documentary the way I feel. And it's a theme throughout the documentary that like America just didn't get her, you know? America just did not acknowledge her greatness, if that makes sense. It wasn't until she left America that she felt appreciated. And I was like, wow, I really relate to that. You know, but anyway, y'all, I talked for a long time, for 2 hours, or no, for an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to end the live here. Happy Sunday. This was just supposed to be quick. I'm going to finish watching the documentary of the fake influencers, and I'm happy y'all came through, as always. Love y'all. And I'm going to make me some lunch because I'm hungry. And yeah, love y'all, and we'll talk next time. I'm gonna be live streaming more often, hopefully, now that school is coming to a close. And I came and did this for an hour, even though I was supposed to work on my homework today, but whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, I love y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.